Honestly, I think we're all gonna be dead way before that. And you know what? I don't mind. It's an honorable end. But we gotta shut Steppenwolf down. Superman's a no-show. You got no powers, no offense. This guy might be working for the enemy, we don't know. You're tripping over your feet and mine. Oof. You're gorgeous and fierce and strong and I know we went to war with the Amazons, but that was before my time. And you know what? I don't want to die. I'm young. There's shit that I want to do. I just feel like I never really embraced the sea or the land. I've been a loner my whole life, but being part of something bigger like this, maybe I'm scared because I'm meant to.
I think that was beautiful.
You say a word about this, or you'll meet every piranha I know.
Hey guys, Civilard here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Justice League Scott Snyder Director's Cut Aquaman. This is, of course, the movie version of Aquaman from the extended version of the Justice League live-action movie, played by Mr. Jason Momoa. Although here I have to say he looks a little bit more like Glenn Benton from Deicide. Just an inverted cross on the forehead away from looking a lot like Glenn Benton from Deicide, but that's just me. But before we get into it, this is, once again, not my figure. And this is starting to turn into the Mr. Bryan channel, because of course, I'm borrowing this from my dad, aka Mr. Bryan, who was cool enough to let me review this for your viewing pleasure. So, with that in mind, while he does come with a collectible trading card, I do not have that handy. So we're just going to have to make do with what we got. Maybe when I finally get all these, I'll do a video and say, collectible trading card, like 20 times. Because it seems to me like I'm reviewing more of his figures than my own. I'm really not, but it feels like it. That said, he does come with the display stand, which is actually just the Injustice 2 Flash's stand. It's just all these DC figures come with the same stand, so that's convenient. And then he, of course, comes with his trusty... What is that? That's not a trident. It's got 5 tips on it. I'm not stupid. What is that? But you could take that out of his hand. Pretty easy, actually. My dad had to heat the hand up to get it in there, so you may want to do the same. It is a really... Oh, wow. It's gummy. I did not think it was gummy. Wow, that's... I wish it wasn't. Be fairly honest with you. That kind of sucks. That's gummy, but yet my Ravenspawn axe is like stiff as a board. Okay. Posted that yesterday for those of you who are so inclined. Yeah, Aquaman. He looks cool. Again, the likeness isn't 100%, but it's a lot better than the Mattel one. This one just makes the Mattel one look like garbage to me. And that was actually one of the better figures from this Justice League movie line that they did way back in, I want to say 2017. 2018 maybe? I forget when that was. I think it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever that movie came out, I guess, is a good way to put it. But he does have his gauntlets. He does have some boots. And the gauntlets and the boots are actually like separate pieces that are glued on. Well, actually, the gauntlets aren't even glued on. So you can rotate those around, which I appreciate a lot. That's a nice... thing to have, because it just makes posing this guy a little bit easier. But looking at the head sculpt, again, not 100%. It looks a lot more like Glenn Benton than Jason Momoa, who I actually liked as both Aquaman and Conan the Barbarian. I know a lot of people don't like that Conan movie, but I thought it was good. I mean, he cut a dude's head off and the eyes opened up after it rolled onto the floor. What more could you possibly ask for? Either way. The back, the front, looks good. So articulation on this guy. He's got a swivel in the head. He's got a little bit up and down. It is on a double ball peg, so you can shift it around. Pretty good. Not too bad. Does have some tilt, not a lot. I feel like his hair should be like down to here. Feels like it should be longer. Shoulders go out to the side really far. Back down. Shift forward and back. Rotate forward and back. Bicep swivel. Double joint at the elbow. Can punch himself in his own nose. There you go. And then the wrists, of course, have the standard McFarlane ball hinge situation going on. Works fine. It's got a diaphragm joint, which will allow you to get some rotation, some tilt, and a little bit of forward back. This guy's got a lot of forward for one of these. That's actually really good. You can push the waist a little bit too and get even more, but the waist is a lot more hindered. It is tight, so be careful with that. But you can shift him around and get him into various poses, so that's nice. Hips kick forward and back. Diaper gets in the way a little bit. Do kick out to the side. He does have a thigh cut. He's got double jointed knees. He can kick himself right in his own Aquaman ass. Look at that. Woo. Pop the camera there. It's got a hinge in the foot. But you can see the boot just slid up on this side. If you get those high enough, you can get a lot more range out of these. But you can hinge the foot forward and back. You can rotate it at the top and the bottom of the joint. And then his toes have a hinge. Nice tight toe hinges on this guy. Nice tight toe hinges on this guy. I love that. I really dig that. It's really good. So, yeah, this is a solid figure from this Justice League line. Aside from his trident being a little gummy. There it is. Couldn't find it for a minute there. See if I can get this back in his hand. Yeah, that wasn't too hard. I think because his hand's been widened out overnight, can grip onto that a little better. That's what she said. But there you go. Another solid entry into this line. What more can I say? Well, you know what I can say. It's time to take a look at some comparisons. First up, here he is next to the only member of the Justice League that I have from McFarlane Toys as far as the live action movies go. Here he is next to Wonder Woman. Da, 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 da. And, yeah, this actually isn't a part of the Scott Snyder Director's Cut line either. This Wonder Woman is from the Wonder Woman 84 series, which had this figure and the Gold Armor Wonder Woman. So I might have to take a look at her at some point in the near distant future, just to kind of wrap up the set. And she does go with this Justice League set pretty well. I think her costume's the same in that movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think these two scale really well with each other. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and if you haven't guessed it by now, this is another prime example of McFarlane Toys making Mattel look like chumps, because this looks leaps and bounds better than the Mattel Multiverse release of this version of Aquaman. I mean, what is going on here? McFarlane's just outdoing everybody every chance he gets, and at the end of the day, when I can finally afford a set of these new Justice League figures, I already got Wonder Woman, but that's it right now. I'm definitely going to probably try to get rid of my old Mattel ones, because not only is this one better, but the Flash looks better, Cyborg looks better, the Batman and Superman look better, They just all look better. Leaps and bounds better, actually. So, yeah, I would highly recommend you pick this guy up if you are at all interested in completing the Justice League live action movie, Scott Snyder, whatever you want to call it, cut collection. Because, well, if you missed out on the Mattel ones, or you didn't buy them, I think now's prime time to invest in a movie Justice League lineup, because these figures are really well done. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. Gotta show that algorithm who's boss, right? And again, special shout out to Mr. Brian, aka my dad, for letting me review this figure. He lent it to me to film this review, so shout out to him. But if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this figure, whether you want it, love it, or hate it. But remember, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is, especially when you come to the realization that a small chunk of your collection has just been reduced to that of a McDonald's premium that should have come packed with burger and fries. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.